Hi guys, we're going to spend a little bit of time, just a few minutes, talking about decimals and percents. And the I can statement we're working on in this video is I can convert between decimals and percents. So, let's start off by asking the question, who's thirsty? Did you know that Dr. Pepper was established way back in 1885? That is so long ago. And I like to think of Dr. Pepper not only because it's my favorite pop beverage, but because it helps me remember how to convert between decimals and percents. So let's examine Dr. Pepper. Well, Dr. Pepper is two words, and it has two initials, D and P, just like decimals to percents. And to get from the D to the P, or the doctor to the pepper, you need to move to the right. But to get from the P to the D, or the pepper to the doctor, you need to go left. So, how does this relate to converting decimals to percents? Well, you simply move the decimal using the Dr. Pepper method. So, since I have this number, 53 hundredths, which is a decimal, and I want to convert it to a percent, I need to go from D, decimal, to percent, which means I am going to move to the right. And since there's two initials in Dr. Pepper, it reminds me that I need to move it twice. And there you have it, 53%. That was fun. Let's try another. Here's another decimal, 5/10. I'm going to use the Dr. Pepper method, and since I'm going from decimal to percent, I'm going to move right. But I have to still move it two places. And since I couldn't, there was only one decimal digit, I need to add a 0 so that I can move it two places. And this decimal becomes 50%. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and put the answer to, or change this decimal into a percent in the work section of your packets. Okay. Did you remember to use the Dr. Pepper method? Meaning you move the decimal two places to the right? If you did, you would have gotten 5%. Now try this one. All right, let's talk about moving from percents to decimals. Again, I'm going to move the decimal. Using the Dr. Pepper method, though, I need to go from a percent to a decimal. So I have to go backwards, or move left, two places, because there's two words in Dr. Pepper. If I'm looking at 43%, there's no decimal. But that's okay, because whenever there's no decimal in a number, I know I have to put it at the end. And instead of moving to the right this time, I'm going to move the decimal two places to the left, which gives me 43 hundredths. So 43% is the same as 43 hundredths. Let's try another. Don't forget Dr. Pepper. Since I'm going from percent to decimal, I'm moving to the left. I always move two times because there's two words in Dr. Pepper. Since I don't see a decimal in 3%, I put it at the end. Move it two places to the left, but I might need to add a 0 in there because there was only one digit to move the decimal, and that gives me 0.03 or 3 hundredths. So 3% equals 3 hundredths. Now it's your turn. Move this decimal. Don't forget, did you remember to do the Dr. Pepper method? To go from percents to decimals, you're moving to the left, two places. All right, at this point, we are done with the video. So raise your hand and I will come over to help check your work.